if a man have committed a sin worthy of death, and he be to be put to death, and thou hang him on a tree, his body shall not remain all night upon the tree, but thou shalt in any wise bury him that day. For he that is hanged is accursed of God. That thy land be not defiled, here's the reason for them taking down his body and burying him, that thy land be not defiled, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance. So just a few quick notes on this closing topic. There were 4 methods of execution in use among the ancient Jews: stoning, burning, the sword, and strangulation. The latter, strangulation, not named in Scripture, is regarded by the rabbis as the most common and the proper one to be adopted when no other is expressly enjoined by the law. Suspension, whether from cross, stake, or gallows, was not used as a mode of taking life. The crucifixion of Christ, that is not how the Jews executed. If you'll remember, Jesus says, "Now I'm going to be rendered over unto the Gentiles." That was the way the Romans did it. But was sometimes added after death as an enhancement of punishment. So after the person was killed in any of those 4 ways, after they were executed, they would put them up on this pole so that all people could see, and that would be the example, and it would sway the future criminal and put fear in him so that he wouldn't go about committing any type of future crime, because that could be him next. But what was the method of this? They fix a beam in the earth, according to John Gill. They fix a beam in the earth, and a piece of wood goes out of it, like over the top of it, and join his 2 hands together and hang him from that top part. That is, by his hand, not by his neck, as with us. But of course, my dear friends, this alludes to that of the sacrifice of Christ upon the tree. Paul himself wrote about this in Galatians 3 in the New Testament. Christ hath redeemed us from the curse of the law, because we're all sinners under the law, being made a curse for us. Because he was hanged upon the tree, he became a curse, and that was a curse taking our place, whereas we were cursed before that. For it is written, "Cursed is every one that hangeth on a tree," that the blessing of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Jesus Christ, that we might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith. So once again, just for clarification, faith and the law are being distinguished here. Because everyone under the law, everyone who tries to get to heaven by their own works, are cursed. Because if you break one of the 10 commandments, let's say, if you break even one of them, then you have broken all the law. You're just an outright damned sinner, meaning that you are cursed. But Christ, being hanged upon the tree, became a curse for us, because cursed is every one that hangeth on a tree. So once again, the law condemned, but Christ took care of that, being cursed himself in our place. So then we go back before the law to Abraham, whom was called a friend of God through faith. So now it is all whom through faith go to heaven, because it is spiritual.